Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend and I hope you guys watched my last video. If you didn't watch my last video, it's a video where I made it. I'm predicting a very big correction when it comes to cryptocurrency. As always, I'm trying to make every week a new video where I actually discover and cover another industry. The good thing about this section is this section also have a link to all the content that I'm actually going to cover in 8 different languages. We're going to have in English, French, Portuguese, Italian, German, Dutch, and a few more languages. In today's video, I'm going to be covering for you guys one of the maybe leading sector for the past few years, in my opinion. We're talking about CRISPR industry, or if you want to call it gene editing. Now, if you guys have watched any of those videos, if it's on Netflix or any movie in the recent 5 years or so, we're seeing more and more moving come to science fiction, or sci-fi, how you call it, is about having people that have enhanced body or bioengineered body. We made it a very cool sector to look at. Now, we might be 5 years, even 10 years away. We might not be the first person to gonna be bioengineering yourself, but we obviously are slowly going there. Now, even though what we see in movies may be way further from what is happening right now we're seeing more and more people using CRISPR technology for the purpose of eliminating some genetic disease, or maybe improving certain aspect. And I even remember seeing an article a few years ago, some people are doing those surgery or treatment in order to change their eye color. So in this specific video, I'm going to be covering everything that you guys need to know about CRISPR investment, what are the different opportunities, the risk, and how you can actually invest in CRISPR industry. So stay tuned. Let's go over the content. So first we have the following. So let's start by referring what is CRISPR, or genome engineering. So CRISPR technology is a simple yet efficient and effective tool to perform gene editing. Scientists can use this technology to alter and modify functionality of the gene. This technology can be used to avoid genetic defects and diseases. It is already being used to improve crops. So again, most of the food that you probably are eating, maybe if you're based in the US and maybe other country, has been genetically modified. And actually, for being honest, all the fruit and vegetable has been modified to sustain certain diseases, to last longer. If you can just look at many different type of apple, and even assuming avocado, like every vegetable and fruit that maybe you see today has been genetically modified. So you have people in the lab that select the best type of this vegetable or fruit or plant that can actually be sustainable, that can grow in a specific shape, a specific color, and then basically they mass produce it. So if you don't know where it's been used in your fridge, it's been used in your supermarket, literally everywhere. It's very hard to come across today a food that hasn't been modified for the purpose of today. So the next thing we need to look at, what is the potential for this industry? So basically, based on some analysts, they're predicting this industry to go to $1.6 billion. Now, this sector can be split into 3 main sectors. So you have the infectious diseases, you have viruses, then you have the bacteria. So let's try to explain in a nutshell what those sections mean. So obviously, when you look at diseases, infectious disease specialists are treating patients with infectious disease. This means hospitals are generally full of patients with infectious disease. Diseases can further be put into subgroups like viruses, bacteria. This is area where CRISPR will come in handy for diagnosing and even treating such cases. And again, we have the COVID-19 that has the whole world came together and was able to find quite quickly a vaccine for it, where usually it takes 4 to 5 years to actually find this sort of vaccine, and it took this time less than a year or so to find a vaccine that really worked. And this can obviously was based on CRISPR technology. So obviously it can be used for viruses, for example. So CRISPR technology has improved a lot in defense against viruses. It detects pathogens which with a label string called RNA or DNA. It provides general reading in a portable format. There are many traditional diagnostic ways involved in CRISPR technology virus detection, such as PCR. PCR is the most suitable and reliable test specifically for viruses. Basically help them to better detect viruses. Right, then you have bacteria. So bacteria-based pathogens can also be treated and diagnosed in using CRISPR technology. All the bacteria, whether it is in our body or not, can be detected through this. Potentially can eliminate and detect bacteria and make our immune system strong against any harmful bacteria. So I guess this is where you're gonna have more of those sci-fi movie where someone literally take a shot or something that literally help him heal faster or make him immune to most diseases. So another sector that CRISPR has been used is related to heart diseases. So the idea of treating monogenic cardiovascular disorder has been purpose to treat with CRISPR technology. This is genetically transferred diseases. So basically anything that are hereditary, it's being highly used with CRISPR in order to prevent this disease to be passed on to our offspring. So obviously this industry has a lot of challenges. So you have the safety issues, you have the ethical issues, you have the legal issues. Is it right to do it? How? Who can you test it on? Is it allowed to be tested on animal? Are you allowed to test on yourself? So there's a lot of legal issues when it comes to it. Now, you might not be the first person to go and get yourself injected. You might be the person that is literally spotting a trend, and instead of you taking the risk by injecting yourself with all this early stage treatment or genome engineering toolkits, you can actually look at investing in those companies. So you can obviously look at investing in CRISPR stock investment, CRISPR pre-IPO, so basically investing in companies before they go public. So obviously finding a company in genome engineering that is quite well known, that are not yet public, and maybe they want to raise money. So obviously I have added here a few of those websites for you guys to look into. Then you have investing in a fund of CRISPR or genome engineering. So instead of you looking at selecting an individual CRISPR stock, you can actually have, with this COVID portfolio, you can actually have a nice exposure to the top leading CRISPR technology and start with a minimum of $2,000. So again, if you look at last year, 2020, there was like 68%. That was the most profitable year for the sector. Obviously, again, we have the CRISPR, we had the COVID-19 pandemic really accelerated and encouraged more and more pharmaceutical companies to use this technology. So this obviously was a very profitable year, but if you see here, it's usually doing quite okay. 14% in 2019, a loss of 13% in 2018, and a gain of 47% in 2017. So if you do an average of all this gain from 2017 to 2020, you're looking at the 29%, which is not bad. An average 29%. Now, this is my review for the sector. I'm doing this video for you guys to obviously to have more and more option to invest in things that you believe in. Maybe you want to believe always in genome engineering or biotechnology and you didn't know how to do so. So the goal is to really expand your horizon and give you more and more options. If you like this video, you know what to do. All information I provided as where to invest in a specific stock and in what language I'm going to be providing you, it's going to be found in below this video. Until next time, bye bye.